So you find an abandoned homestead near the edge of your property. One night you decide to go check it out and do some exploration. What you find inside leaves you speechless. Carcasses everywhere. The hair on the back of your neck stands up. What's going on here? I'm Casey Anderson. I've been all over the world in the tracks of wildlife, chasing adventure and stories of our untamed planet. From the mountains to the jungle, the opportunity for adventure is endless. In the late 1800s, this was a homestead, and then shortly after it turned into a working ranch. And it was a working ranch for several decades. A couple families, the Farrells and the Nesbitts, lived here. And then it was vacated, and nature has started to take over. And we call this place the Ghost Ranch. It's a place that I've watched from afar for a long time, and then one day, mountain lion tracks led me back to this ranch, and you wouldn't believe what happened. The Ghost Ranch is riddled with death. Look at this. Every single one of these buildings, there is a dead animal inside of it. And at first, I did not know why. But then putting the clues together, the mountain lion tracks, the dead deer in here, and there's dead deer everywhere. For years, this mountain lion has been coming in here, dragging its kills into this building and feeding on them. It was a tactic, a strategy, and she was actively doing it. And I thought, what a cool story. Literally a ghost town, a ghost ranch, with a mountain lion walking around outside of it, killing deer and dragging them in here, and their bones and carcasses are everywhere, like a serial killer, literally like a serial killer. The mountain lion that was using this is a mountain lion that I was tracking for probably 6 to 8 years. And I watched her raise a couple families up on the mountain here. But then this became part of her regular routine, coming down to the Ghost Ranch, making kills. She even brought her kittens down here one time. I called her Mama Mo. Over the years I spent tracking and filming Mama Mo. She led me to several incredible places. I remember how excited I was when I found this place. I'd watch the mountain lion walk around and completely disappear. I couldn't find her on thermal. I couldn't find her at all, and I would wonder, where the hell did she go? And then I came over here one day, and here's what I found. I'm here at one of my favorite spots I call Secret Passage. It's an area where the animals kind of use the secret passage to get from one side of the mountain to the other. Mama Mo and her kittens would use the secret passage as a shortcut while moving across the landscape. But the coolest part about it is the scrape site that is right in the middle of it. A mountain lion scrape is basically a signpost cats use to communicate with each other. She'll scrape her back feet on the ground, releasing pheromones from her scent glands on the pads of her feet, as well as urinating on the little pile of dirt she's created. The next cat that comes by will know who she is and when she was here. What I found over the years is that lion scrapes tend to draw in other animals as well. Set up a camera trap on this tree because there's a really cool scrape zone right down here where everything comes through. I've had bobcats, coyotes, fox, mountain lions, deer, black bear. I've had everything go through this passage. This little catwalk, or this little ledge right here, is the actual way that they would wrap around the mountain. And they would come around, walk on this, jump down right there in that dirt, scrape, and then carry on and pass through the passage that way.
The secret passage is definitely one of my favorite places Mama Mo led me to over the years. But the Ghost Ranch story is unlike anything I've ever witnessed before in the wildlife world. So let's get back to that.
This was part of her whole routine. And the strategy was amazing because in these buildings, the wind is blocked. The sun bounces off the buildings, so the grass grows deeper along the edge of these buildings. Thus, the deer love to come in here and eat the grass. But the buildings act as the most perfect way for her to ambush these deer. She can sneak up behind them, slip in through the shadows, and then bang, nail them right in these courtyards, just like this. Then she'll drag them into these buildings, and again, perfect scenario. What a cool strategy. Hide them in the buildings, eat the entire thing. So she kept doing that over and over and over. Coyotes and eagles and ravens and the magpies, the birds that would come and scavenge, will not come into this building. Very few animals will come into this building. The only animal that I've ever seen dare come into these buildings and scavenge off these mountain lion kills was a skunk. Otherwise, out of the sun, out of the wind, like a refrigerator, and she could feed on the entire carcass in these buildings. Cat that I've filmed for so many years, and this was just part of it, being here in the Ghost Ranch, watching her do her thing. What I love about this story, it's a good representation of where the human world and the wild world meet. And just like this robin's nest here. You know, humans are trying to adapt, people are adapting, but animals are also adapting like crazy, and they're trying to live with us. This little nest is a perfect example of that human-wildlife intersection. You know, it's utilizing this awning. It's got this perfect little shelf. And because of this humanity, this remnant of humanity, this bird got a perfect spot for a nest. And that is the same with this mountain lion. Like, she realized that this was a perfect scenario, that if she utilized her abilities, but also adapted, she could utilize these buildings to thrive. And that's what she did. And animals are constantly trying to figure out ways to adapt to us. And we just gotta continue to try to figure out ways that we can adapt for them too. But how cool is it that there is this ranch that used to be a hustling, bustling ranch in the late 1800s. And now its remnants is actually giving a place for a mountain lion to thrive. Just like the residents of this ranch, Mama Mo's no longer, and there hasn't been a cat back to the ranch yet, but she did teach some kittens, and they could be adults now, and there's a chance that one day a cat will return here and utilize the Ghost Ranch just like Mama Mo did.